So today we're going to be looking at some of or all of the cards in the Living Altar Oracle, and this is the Arc One, Part One. So the Arc One contains cards called the Cosmic Source. So these include the various elements, the various seasons, the phases of the moon, the phases of the sun, and essentially what we're looking at right now is we are trying to work with the various energetic changes, seasonal changes, and physical changes that happen at a grand cosmic scale. So, these cards in particular are very good for working with the really large universal energies. And yeah, so this is something really powerful that you should consider. Now, the second part that we're going to be looking at is the this is a continuation of the cosmic sources, but as you can see, we're focusing a lot on the different zodiacs. We're focusing on the daytime changes. So previously we had the seasonal changes, but now we are having the daytime nighttime changes on a smaller scale. So now we are dividing the entire season into chunks of single days and different or different periods, such as every quarter, every week, and we're basically drilling down time so that we can look at how we can work with various energies in every segment of our day. Now, this is the second arc that we're going to be exploring, and this is called the Life Path arc. And so, this focuses on the various life stages that every person or rather we experience in life as a whole. So, life path cards are generally they focus right on the time of inception. This could be inception of a human being in the form of pregnancy, or inception in the form of our ideas that grow, energies that start, and good things or any sort of experience that start, and from the inception point to childhood to pre-adolescence to the teenage years to being a young adult to being an older individual who is moving from their adult years to their sunset or golden years. So, what we're doing is pairing not just the stages of each person's life or each person's path, but we're looking at the archetypal energies that are associated with that particular life path. So, for example, if you are an adult, that is the time when you are really productive and industrious, and therefore there's a lot of generosity towards yourself and towards others because of creation. Now, when you're reaching elderhood, it's all about planning to become an ancestor. So as a young person, you are just working with the ancestors, but in your older years, you are preparing to become an ancestor. So this is what the life path cards actually consider. Now we're going into the third stage or the third arc of the Living Altar Oracle, which is the everyday cards or everyday magic cards. And these are individual archetypes, individual experiences, and individual energies that play a very significant role in our day to day lives. So, for example, what resources do we use in order to make our mornings better, or what kind of creativity do we use? Oops, there's a lot of traffic over here today. So what kind of creativity do we use to extricate ourselves from day-to-day problems? So these aren't a cosmic scale event, but this is something, these are energies, these are tools, these are ideas, these are resources that we use every day to lead every moment of our life. And they also represent how we change as people, as human beings. We change during every moment of our life. So whatever experience we've had that transforms us, that changes us, that sharpens us or blunts our edge. So every moment of our life, we are growing, we are evolving, we are experiencing so many different things. So the everyday magic cards seek to infuse the magic of the nuanced way in which energies work into our lives, and how we can tap into these nuanced energies to lead our life more mindfully. So that's what the everyday magic cards work with. And now we're coming to the final section of the Living Altar deck, which is the spell cards. Now, these spell cards are actually charmed cards. The creators of this deck, Yilva and Kiki, have actually cast these spells. They've used certain resources. It could be thread, it could be wax, it could be candle, it could be herbs, it could be animal skin, it could be bark, and they've actually made spells for specific reasons. These could be to represent either seasons, or it could be to represent certain moments in life. And then they've taken photos of those spells and they have created these cards. And these cards are charmed, these cards are full of energy, and they're suffused with magical power and intention. And I can personally vouch for the efficacy and effectiveness of these cards. Ever since I have pulled a spell card, my life has really transformed for the better, and it's helped me lead in a more aligned way and align my spirit to the universal good as well. So these cards are absolutely powerful. So yes, definitely pick up the Living Altar deck. You can even make it into the Witch's Wheel of the Year if you do follow that, or you can use it individually to work as an Oracle deck. This is a 66 card deck and it's absolutely amazing.